to your Joyful Riches podcast, where you gain precious tips for easily ignite your full spectrum wealthy life. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific with your friends and families because we all want and deserve to be wealthy and happy. This podcast is powered by Anchor FM. Anchor FM is the super awesome free podcast made easy platform. And for this week, we are so happy and so thrilled to be able to have Mounina with us. Mounina, would you mind share with our audience on what it is that you do? And yes, welcome to this.
Thank you. Hi. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much. What do I do? Well, to be honest, first of all, I learned to really be. For me, it's huge to learn to be at the deepest core, at the deepest level.
Mm.
And then I want to share my book. I want to share my message. I want to share the healing power of life. Sorry, the healing power of life herself.
Wow.
So
the healing power of life. That is,
yes.
I have met a lot of people, hear a lot of things, but that is such a beautiful way to put that. And so, what brought you? I've read your book before, but if you don't mind telling our audience what brought you into doing what you do and being for sharing the healing power of life.
Yes. Well, it is because I received a gift from life that came in the form of multiple sclerosis. So it took me 15 years to unwrap the gift. But a gift nonetheless.
Yeah.
The gift is right here. It's me. Woohoo! It's me.
Right. Oh, wow. That's awesome. And this is with this beautiful gift. What was share with us your experience? So as you said, it took you 15 years. So what was it before you discovered this gift? How was it before you discovered this gift? And how is it now after you discovered this gift?
Yes, thank you. Before I received this diagnosis, I was pretty unhappy. I was locked in my mind, my rational mind. Unhappy. Separate from my heart, separate from life. Unhappy. Prison. In here, in prison.
Right.
Yeah.
And now people would say to receive such a diagnosis will make you unhappy, but sounds like you were unhappy, and now would you say you are living a happier life with a diagnosis?
Completely. Let me quote Carl Gustav Jung. You know about him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you will not heal from your disease. It is your disease that will heal you. I repeat that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can repeat it.
Yes, thank you. You will not heal from your disease, but it is your disease that will heal you. This is exactly what happened. I was sick, very sick, and this gift healed me.
Wow. That is something that is, I think some of us might have heard that, but that is something so powerful because we usually, particularly in this modern medicine, we usually have this thing of we have a condition and we want to heal it instead of being able to step back and say, okay, how would this sounds like wake me up, and then to heal you, to heal me, not just perhaps physically, but also being emotionally and spiritually. That is so powerful.
Exactly. It is, in fact, an awakening gift.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, exactly. It's an awakening gift. Wake up. Yes, I was sleeping really deep sleep.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. And so tell us a little bit about your journey. How is it that you and finally become awakened? How is it that you finally become awakened? What when did you go from, oh my gosh, I have the I can imagine if you said you were asleep before, I can imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you at the beginning you probably was like, oh my god, oh this that, and when is it, and what is it that make you say, okay, where when that wake you up, so to say?
Yes. When? Okay.
Or what happened that make you kind of like, okay, I think that sounds like, did you realize at some point when you were able to surrender or something?
Absolutely. That's a big part of life. Surrender. Yes.
Ah.
Surrender to life. Life knows. I don't, but she knows. So surrender to her for sure. That's for sure. Amen to that. Yes, for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that is something that, a lot of time people don't people it can be challenging for people, for anyone to surrender, particularly when you have something that were trained in this many Western society to fight. You got a condition that you don't want, you got to fight instead of, you said, surrender. And so,
Yes.
wow. Wow,
Yes.
that's wonderful. So, do you have any tips for our listener? Perhaps our listener, who, if they know somebody who are also experiencing a challenge, whether it's a physical challenge or perhaps it's a different form of challenge, such that they too can be healed by life.
Absolutely. I have one key that makes the whole difference. It is simply to allow life,
To allow life.
meaning to say yes to what is here, already here.
Hmm.
And I will remember always the day I whispered yes to life. I was in the hospital,
Uh-huh.
and I have to admit that I had help to allow. I had a dream that
Mm-hmm.
told me that I was healed. And
Ah.
I had met my first mentor who had healed herself. So there was a tiny corner of my mind open to maybe this is good. Maybe we'll see. So yes, but
Mm-hmm.
everything was destroyed, Bridget. My body,
Mm-hmm.
my mind, it was horrible. I was so scared, you have no idea. So scared. I was scared. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the first tool is to allow life, and to say yes, and to get curious.
Mm-hmm.
We do that by asking the question, very important. What is it in me that caused this condition, this situation? And then revelations come, and then miracles follow.
Right? Oh, that is wonderful. So to allow and then to be curious. And you said curious, not to blame. It's
No,
not to
never.
blame ourselves.
No, we're not victims, not blaming. No, we didn't do anything wrong. We're amazing. Nothing wrong with us. No.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So just
Yeah.
simply say, what is it that we can improve in our life? That is beautiful.
Yeah. Allowing is an act of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds us that we are at the very center of our own experience. So whatever is happening, MS or whatever else, we are part of it. We have something to do with it. Something in us caused this to happen. So what is it? You get curious.
That is wonderful. I'm taking note here because that's a lot of wisdom. That's a lot of wisdom. And so, well, that is so beautiful. And I love how you mentioned that you are in a hospital and you met your first person who first inspired you, or your first mentor, and it's allow a corner of your mind to open. You don't, it's just a tiny corner, huh? You don't have to have the whole roadmap to start with to know how to heal. That is beautiful, because that's, you know, sometimes we say we say, you know, how oh, we don't know how to do the whole thing, and so how we're gonna do that.
Yeah. So allowing what is leads to listening to what needs to be heard. To be heard, allowing leads to listening to what life is trying to teach us.
Right, right. Now when you allow, then you learn to be and being curious. So you listen, and then you will be guided by life. That is so wonderful. And you mentioned your book, and your book is so beautiful. Tell us a little bit about your book.
Thank you for that. My book, I just wanted to share my story. It was very healing for me to see how I was always gathered from my birth to now, always gathered by life. She's always there, holding our hand, guiding us.
Ah, that's so wonderful.
It really allowed me to reflect on my own journey, which is my own hero journey. And as you know, it's a human journey. All of us has to go through a hero journey to birth or individuality, to become unique to ourselves, and to awaken our divinity. This is the hero journey. This is the book. This is a masterpiece. I have to show it to you. You know this book. Maybe your audience. This is a masterpiece. This is everybody goes through a hero journey. It's not me. It's not only me. It's every one of us around the world. This book is a masterpiece. I recommend it so really.
So that is beautiful. So what I hear is, even if somebody experiencing something different in life, your book, the teaching in the book will still allow them to gather, to find the gift of life, even if it is not multiple sclerosis. This book is not about just multiple sclerosis, but it is about discovering the gift from life, the healing gift from life.
Absolutely. This is my own book. Yes. And yes, I learned that we can trust life, because life is always happening for us. Always. So we're not victims. She's always here. She loves us so much. She's always here, guiding us. She loves us, so we can trust her. So we can allow. It's my tip. Allow life, listen, and trust.
That's beautiful. Allow, listen, and trust. Allow, be curious, listen, and trust. And that sounds like, you know, if we are able to do that, we'll have all of us will have more ease and more peace of mind as we go through life, wouldn't it? So we wouldn't be so worrying about all things all the time. I'm sure I surely can benefit from that as well as many people. It's always a practice, right, to allow more and trust more. How do people find you, learn more about you, and how do people find your book?
Well, my book is on Amazon. Okay. You can find me on Facebook, for example, or LinkedIn. For now.
Okay, super. And Amazon, and that's and so people can connect with you on Facebook and on LinkedIn. That is so beautiful. Do you have a final message for our audience as they listen to this, as we go through life? And sometimes, I don't know if you experience this, sometimes we might feel very lonely as we are going through this, and where, as you say, very scared. What would you do in that moment?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, first, what comes is we are never, never, never alone. She's always here with us.
Hmm.
No advice, just know that you are already magnificent. There's nothing wrong with you. That's it.
You are already magnificent, even as
Yes.
you are going through things, to
Yes.
remember that we are already magnificent.
Yes.
What a beautiful, powerful message. That is just so lovely. Thank you so much. It is such a, and it's so, I love how powerful and strong your message is. Thank you. We are already magnificent. And that is from Mounina. And thank you, Mounina. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your message with us. That is so beautiful. And for you, my friends who are listening to this, first of all, as Monina says, if you are facing some challenge in life, and perhaps it's not your health, perhaps it's your relationship or your work or just life in general, and us being human, like you said, Monina, like Monina says just now, we all go through our journey. So if you are facing some challenge right now, just right now, or know somebody who, your loved one, who are facing a challenge, as Monina says, just remember, you are already magnificent. And that is so beautiful. And so if you are listening to this, please share one or two gold nuggets in the comment below, so we can continue learning from each other. And I thank you very much for joining us, for joining Monina and I today. Please share this podcast with your friends and family so they too can unwrap the gift from life and triumph. And this is Dr. Birgit Tan, your grief transformation specialist for individual and for businesses, founder of the International Childhood Cancer Charity, and the United States country chair for G100 Global Networking All Ladies League. And you, my friend, make it a thriving, magnificent day. And we will see you again next Saturday at 9 a.m. right here.